Okay, here we go. Hey everybody, Drew Murphy here, Level Up Coaching and Consulting. Hope you're taking care of yourselves, taking care of one another. I got my hoodie on. It's a little chilly in here in my office. So I'm sitting here drinking black coffee. You know what I'm saying? Black like me. Normally I drink it light and sweet like my wife, right? But tonight I'm drinking it black like myself. So, welcome to tonight's webinar. This mindset webinar is very special to me. I've been planning these webinars, for a while. Before we get into it, let me just give you guys a little bit of information, if I may. And I want to be respectful, of your time. But just let me rant for just a few minutes. So these webinars are something that I've been really, really looking forward to and really, really, pouring my soul into and trying to, create and perfect and, fix so that they work and they, look and feel and sound, authentic like myself. So I'm really excited to be sharing this information with you. The information that I'm giving you guys is not information that, is just, trivial. This is stuff that you can actually use in your everyday life. And when I say that to you, you go, well, how? How do you know? How do you know I can use that in my life? Because I use it in mine. I've used it in mine every day. You understand? This is stuff that I've used every day. And it has helped transform my life in a different way. No, it hasn't made me a millionaire. No, I don't have a private jet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to sell you anything. What I'm trying to do is help as many people as I can in any way possible with what I know and what I've learned, if that makes any sense. Okay? So, the webinars. Every Thursday, there will be a webinar live, and then I'll put up a YouTube version as well, later on. The YouTube version will be up for about 3 days, and then it's gone. Okay? It's gone. It's ghost. So, I stopped doing the, the bonus coaching session on my Facebook Live group, or my Facebook group, because that's only specifically for the clients. So, if you are a client, if you are a prospective client and you want to, know more about what I do, how I do it, how much it costs, whether or not I can do it for you, then what you do is you contact me. You can contact me on levelupcc065 at gmail.com. That's my email address. Or you can contact me on Facebook or Instagram, Drew Murphy. Very simple. Instagram is Drew_Murphy. And then on Facebook, it's Drew Murphy. Okay, DRU Murphy. So if you're interested and you want to know anything more about my coaching and everything else like that, let me know. What happens when you contact me is we take an hour or so, about an hour, 40 minutes. We talk about what your needs are, what your challenges are, where it is you think I can be a good fit. And then I tell you what I do, how I do, and everything else like that. And then we take it from there. Okay? So let me just put that out there. So anyway, you guys can go ahead and get in touch with me. Let's go ahead and get into the webinar because I'm really excited about this. So I think what I'm going to do is for the month of November, now I started a couple of weeks early, but for the month of November, the topic of the Thursday's webinar is going to be mindset. Okay? It could be gratitude mindset. It could be, fear, whatever. We're going to be talking about a lot of different things in mindset, how to shift your mindset for the whole month. Because if you are an entrepreneur, an established entrepreneur or a new entrepreneur, if you are somebody that is interested in having your own business, if you're somebody that's just interested in just, personal development in and of itself and want to be a better version of yourself, you have to start with your mindset. Yeah, you can have all the $1 million and the girls and the cars and the whatever, the jets and I don't know, whatever it is whatever toys you think and trinkets and bells and whistles you think you want and need, you can have all that. But guess what? If you're not happy within yourself, if you're not happy with who you are, if you don't love you, right? For example, if Drew doesn't love Drew, all of that stuff doesn't matter. and it's an imbalance. That's what I do as a personal development coach. I work with mindset, and I work also with, your self-worth. So self-worth starts with mindset, right? How to change your mindset. So that's why I'm going to be doing the mindset in November. The whole month of November, every week, we'll be talking about mindset. Every Thursday at 7 p.m. Okay? The link will be up. Before I was doing it, I was like, okay, type mindset or type fear or limitless or whatever, and you will be registered. No. From now on, I will just put the link up and you can come and join. All right? So let's go ahead and get started. A gratitude mindset during struggles. That's what we're going to talk about today. A gratitude mindset during struggles. Okay? We can talk about mindset all the time, but when you're struggling, when it's real, when it's rough, it's very hard to have a gratitude, forward-thinking, positive mindset. Am I right? I know I'm right. Okay? You could be going through it. It could be so rough, but you got to keep that mindset positive, forward-thinking, okay, problem solving, and gratitude. We'll get to it. So maintaining a gratitude mindset during struggle is challenging, but guess what? It's also what I like to say is transformative. No, I didn't invent that word. That's a word that's already been invented, but transformative. I like that word. It means it transforms you. It changes you. Gratitude doesn't, understand that gratitude doesn't ignore or hide or cover or shade the difficulties or whatever the struggle that you're going through, but it helps you focus on things. What happened here? There we go. It helps you focus on things and have a positive and stable mindset so that during the hard times, so that you can continue. Okay? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. All right. So, strategies for this mindset. Okay, there are about 10. We might not go through all 10, and there's a whole bunch, but about 10, and we'll see, how many we go through. But there's a lot of strategies that you can use to help you when you're going through it. It's rough with relationships, jobs, kids, death in the family, problems with relationships with your family, loved ones, whatever. Whatever it is, there's a multitude of things that people go through. Sickness, right? There's a multitude of things that people go through. And what I want to do is give you the tools, not just give you the tools, but show you how to use the tools to deal with that and still have a positive mindset. Okay? So number one, start with specifics, small specifics. By the way, grab a pen and pad. You might want to use it. I'll give you a second. Grab a pen and pad and write these down. Okay? Number one, now those of you that know how I coach already know that I go through it. I go through the bullet points, and then, we go into them, okay, first. So number one, start small. Start with small specifics. Number two, anchor gratitude in routine. Okay? Number three, use the even though phrase. And trust me, I know how hard that is. Number four, reframe challenges as learning experiences. This is something I talk about all the time, and this is something I talk about with my clients all the time. Reframe challenges, struggles, problems, bullshit, whatever it is, as learning experiences. Okay? Number five, express gratitude for self-care efforts. Number six, write down 3 to 5 positives every day. Number 7, connect with nature. Number 8, gratitude for the support of others. Number 9, accept that gratitude doesn't cancel the struggle. And number 10, you are not alone. Now, we'll see how many of these we will go through, because there's a couple of that are a little bit more important than others that I really want to hit, all right? But we can go in numerical order. Number 1, start with small specifics. So rather than attempting, this is what I wrote, rather than trying a broad, I am grateful for life situation, focus on small things, specific things. So what I mean by that, rather than, again, we're talking about self-worth, again. Rather than being, okay, I'm grateful for my life, my wife, my kids, my husband, my family, I got a big house, whatever, my job, whatever. That's bullshit. I mean, it's not bullshit, and I don't want to diminish it like that, but that's not what I'm talking about when I say gratitude. Focus on yourself. What are you happy with about you? And take small things. Now, you can say, oh, I'm happy about the fact that this coffee is warm this morning. I'm happy about the fact that it's not raining. Like small little things, you can think about that. You know what I mean? But you want to think about the small little things about yourself as well. I'm happy about the fact that I've learned how to, use conflict resolution in this particular situation, blah, blah, blah. Does that make sense? Small things. And I know it sounds ridiculous. I know it sounds corny. I know it sounds stupid, but it works. You don't always have to be grateful and have this big, grandiose, giant thing. The small things work, insignificant as it may be. It works because it builds resilience and it builds motivation and it helps you get through whatever it is you're going through. Okay? We'll get down to it later on. But anchor your gratitude in routine. What does that mean? So that's a tool. Anchor your gratitude in your routine. Okay, so Drew, how do I use that tool that you just gave me? Tie gratitude to daily activities, and this is going to sound crazy, like brushing your teeth, having a meal, lying down, pausing for a few seconds to acknowledge something you appreciate in the moment. And these things can help you embed gratitude in your day without needing extra time or energy. That sounds corny, doesn't it? I know that sounds super corny. What you mean? Be grateful for the fact that I brushed my teeth, or laid down, or made myself a meal. As I said before, the small things add up. When I said gratitude, the moment that you embed these things can help you embed gratitude in your day without extra time or energy. Okay? You will be able to be grateful without, having to think about being grateful when you start being thankful for some of the small things. You understand what I'm saying? I know that sounds wild. I know it sounds whack. I know it sounds crazy, but it works. Be grateful for the small, small, small things and think about stuff outside the box. Oh, wow. That's a bird. Now, I'm not telling you, oh, look at the birds. I know it sounds corny, but look at the bird. Look at the ocean. Look around you. Think about your surroundings and where you are and what you have that's good. What's positive when you step out your door in the morning. Oh, it's not rain. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's, just small things. And that will slowly put that gratitude mentality in you without you even thinking about it. Okay? Embed gratitude in your day without needing extra time or energy. That's what I mean. It will slowly put it in you without even thinking about it, and it'll become a natural thing through time. I hope that makes sense. Use the even though statements. Now, this is something that I like to do a lot, and it's something this is one of the tools that I use to help keep me, on that track. Acknowledge the difficulty while finding something positive. For example, I'm going through it. It is rough. The money's not right. These kids are acting crazy. My wife or my husband ain't doing this and that, the third. Relationship with the mom or, Ma Dukes or dad or whatever. Like, whatever it is you're going through, I'm going through it. But even though I'm going through it, I know that I'm resilient enough to get through this. Even though I'm going through this tax situation or whatever, I know that this too will pass. Even though I'm going through blah, 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 I am grateful for the fact that I have people that support me. I am grateful for the fact that I have a situation that can help me out of the situation. Example, even though I'm going through this financial situation, I'm grateful for the fact that I have a job that's going to help me, build and get, this situation taken care of. Now, listen to me. This is easier said than done, and I know it. I know it's easier said than done because I do it on a daily basis. I go through stuff just like you guys do. I'm not a guru. I'm not a know-it-all. You know what I'm saying? I am somebody that has studied and has learned and has had mentors and people that have, actually, poured into me and helped me see life from a different perspective. And I'm qualified and I'm educated and I'm certified so I can help you, but I'm not a know-it-all. And I'm a human being and I go through shit just like you, right? But this one really works. Even though I'm going through a situation with my company, I'll give you a good example, a personal example. So I built this company from scratch on my own and, with the help and support of my wife, by the way. Let's not forget that. A good man has a good woman, that's just what it is. So, but I built this company on my own and, like I said, with the support of my wife, of course. So I didn't build it on my own, but I built the company and it was hard to get, clients. It was hard to figure out, exactly how I could tweak my niche. It was hard to develop these programs. It was hard and difficult to build these webinars so that they make sense. How do I look on camera? How do I sound? How should I be? What should I do? Should I be stiff? Should I be relaxed? It was a lot of stuff going on with these different things building my company, right? And during the time of building the company and trying to, do this, I was facing financial struggle. I was facing personal inward struggle. Okay, am I good enough? Is this going to happen? Whatever. And it was a lot going on. And I was frustrated because I wasn't getting any results. And it was really, 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 really tough. Okay, it was really, really tough. Right? But even though I don't have clients, even though it's so hard to build this business and I'm not getting any real help from, professional help because I can't afford the professional help, even though I was pushing and only got 1 or 2 likes on Instagram, 1 or 2 views on Facebook, whatever. Even though that's going on, I still have the resilience and I still have the drive that I want to do my business. Even though that's not working and I didn't get this client because he said no, I have a wife that I can turn to for support. Even though, do you understand you understand where I'm going? Even though I've used that even though sentence or term all the time. And that keeps me focused and it keeps me from, going left, and it will keep you focused and it will keep you from going left and it will keep you from giving up. Trust me. Use this term. Use it. And really think about it. Don't just use it, but really think. Really sit with the situation in your hand and really think, okay, this is really up. Even though I got, trust me, it'll work. Now let's reframe challenges as learning experiences. Now I do this all the time with my clients. Challenges, problems, situations, bullshit you're going through, stumbling blocks, whatever you want to call it. Things that happen in your life that you A, weren't prepared for, or B, maybe you caused yourself, or C, happened because of something you maybe have anticipated, whatever the case may be. Challenges happen. It's life. Life will life you. Ups, downs, peaks, valleys. That's just the way it is. This particular mindset webinar is designed to help you when you're going through the valleys, not the peaks, right? So, reframe challenges as learning experiences. What can I learn from this situation? I don't care if it's a situation you caused for yourself. I don't care if it's a situation that you didn't cause for yourself, that just happened randomly. Or if it's a situation that just happened that you kind of sort of anticipated and things didn't work. I don't care. Okay, let me close that down. Use it, okay? Use it as a learning experience. What can I learn from this? How can I improve? How can I not do? What did I do? Okay, first of all, what did I do? Or what happened? Whatever the situation is, what happened? Okay, all right, that happened. Okay, so how can I change that? What have I learned from it? What can I do? What can I not do? Who do I? What do I? Whatever. Really dig deep into that situation and go, okay, this was a situation. How can I fix it? And what can I learn from it? Because every time you have a challenge or a situation or a problem, there is a solution. There's another word I'm looking for. I can't find it, but there is a thing that helps you solve it. Okay, you just got to look for it. And you got to be honest with yourself, and you got to be real with yourself. You got to really look at yourself in the mirror, which is ugly at sometimes, but really look at yourself in the mirror and say, okay, what can I do to change or fix or resolve whatever the situation may be? You know, my business, my relationship, my this, my that, my job, whatever, right? Reframe it, because that is motivation. You understand what I'm trying to explain to you? That is motivation. When you reframe it and you look at it from a different perspective, instead of looking at it from the glass half empty, you look at it from the glass half full, and you look at it, instead of looking at it, oh, this happened to me. Oh, why did this happen to me? You look at it like, okay, this happened. How can I fit? When you do that, it's motivation. It builds your motivation. It builds your resilience. And then you go, okay, next time something happens, I'm strong enough to say, okay, that happened. Now I know what I need to do. Now I know what tools I need to go back in and grab in my bag to fill up. Okay? So let's move on to express gratitude. You know what? Express gratitude for self-care. We don't really need to go into that. Basically, I'll just tell you, when you take care of yourself, you do something nice for yourself, like cook a meal or relax or take a walk or something. Acknowledge that and say, hey, I'm grateful for the fact that I had sense and presence of mind to be able to do that. You know what I mean? Though that's a small thing, especially when you're going through God knows what. But that's a small thing because you feel like it'll help you. Let me see. Something keeps happening. So let me take a quick break here and do this. Here we go. All right, there's that. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I had a bit of a thing here. So now this is when I want to talk about, instead of express your gratitude. Let's talk about number 6. Write down 3 to 5 positives every day. This is something I tell my clients all the time. I tell my clients, I say, hey man, whether you're going through something or not, whether it's peak or valley, right? Write down 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for that are positives every day. Now, hear me and hear me good. I'm not talking about positives in your life. Sure, you can do that, but I'm talking about positives with you. 3 to 5 things that you are grateful for about yourself. Not what you're good at, not your, powers or your, no. 3 to 5 things that you are grateful for about you. I am grateful for the fact that I am able to look at myself for real without trying to deflect. I am grateful for the fact that I really do have empathy and care for other people on the level that I do. I am grateful for the fact that I know in my heart that I am trying to be and do everything I can to be the best version of myself and help people in the real, genuine way, authentic way, without being fake, without trying to sell them something or whatever else. That's what I'm talking about, right? Be 3 to 5 things, and write these things down. I tell you, you guys don't listen, but write it down. Write it down and read it to yourself and look in the mirror every day and read it to yourself. Do that for 5 to 7. Do that for like 7 days, 7 to 10 days. Or matter of fact, you know what? Do it for 2 weeks. I tell my clients, do it for 14 days. Write down 3 to 5 things. Now you say, Andrew, how the hell is that going to help me with what I'm going through and dealing with my struggle? Again, it's motivation. Again, it's pushing you forward. It's building resilience. You see that you have 3 to 5 things at least that you're good at or that you're grateful for about yourself, and that makes you feel better about who you are and how you show up in the world, which means it gives you the more power necessary to deal with whatever it is you're dealing with. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. Okay, so that's why I say write down 3 to 5 things every day. Okay, and read them to yourself and read them out loud. Read them out loud to yourself in the mirror. I am grateful for. I know it sounds corny. I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds whack and weird and whatever, but do it and you will see a difference in how you see yourself. You will see a difference in your perspective. So now what I want to do is go down to the last 2, actually. Accept that gratitude doesn't cancel struggle, and you are not alone, because we're running out of time. So number 8 was what was number 8? Yeah, gratitude for the support of others, but we talked about that already. So accept that gratitude doesn't cancel struggle. Again, I told you, write down 5 things every day about grateful for yourself. Find time for yourself. Look at, all the tools I just gave you. It doesn't take away from the struggle, right? It's not going to take away the struggle is still there. Okay, let me read this to you. It is okay to feel both grateful and challenged at the same time. Gratitude isn't meant to erase hardship, but to provide balance. Okay, BALANCE, balance, capital B. Knowing this can help release the pressure of needing to always be grateful and allows you to embrace gratitude in a way that feels real. You are not going to be so grateful that the problem is going to go away. It's still there. You just are grateful enough for who you are and what you are and how you show up in the world and show up to yourself that you're able to deal with whatever that problem is. Okay, does that make sense? It's not going to go away. It's still there unless you deal with it. But you can deal with it from a gratitude standpoint. You can deal with it from a forward thinking or a problem solving and positive standpoint, and that will help you deal with whatever it is easier. It'll help give you more perspective on whatever it is that's going on. Okay? Lastly, you are not alone. Although this may not be as comforting at the time of your situation, it does remind you that do not take a selfish stance and realize that the struggle is for everyone. This will provide clarity, and you will be able to see yourself from a different perspective, knowing that you are not alone. Sometimes that will make all of the difference. Now, I'll have this thing where I always say, well, at least, somebody somewhere has got it worse than me. I used to say that, and some of my friends go, yeah, but that doesn't help me. It helps me. But what I'm trying to say with this is, you're not alone. So understand that you don't take a selfish standpoint in whatever it is you're going through. Okay? Yeah, you're going through it. No one else is going through what it is you're going through, but don't be selfish about it. Okay? Think like this. Understand being grateful will help build clarity and, again, help you see it from a different perspective. Okay? The struggle is for everybody. We all, like I said, we all go through it. We all have problems. But look at it from perspective. You don't have to look at other people's problems. This is your journey. This is your problem. This is your situation. This is your struggle, your, obstacle, whatever. But understand that being selfish and having a pity party or being mad or whatever is not going to help the situation. Looking at it through a positive viewfinder and seeing it for what it really is, and knowing that your perspective and how you see things with a growth mindset, okay, will definitely help you deal with that situation a lot easier. Okay? So that concludes today's webinar. I hope and I know that I got somebody out there that heard this and thinks that it's, gave them something that they can use. And I'm grateful for that. Again, if you're interested and want to know more about my coaching and how I do things, what my services are, what my packages are, whatever, email me at levelupcc065@gmail.com or DRU_Murphy at Instagram. You can hit me on the DMs, or Drew Murphy on Facebook. You can hit me on the DMs as well. Okay. So next week, we're going to be talking a little bit more about mindset. We'll be covering some other things. Maybe we'll, go through some of these other, some of these topics that we talked about, as far as you're not alone, and, gratitude doesn't help you struggle, whatever. We'll be talking about a few other things. Okay. So stay tuned. I'll put the link up. And I'll see you next Thursday. Until then, take care of yourselves and take care of one another.